Hello, everyone. A very beautiful Sunday morning to you all. And we are back again with our Sunday live on Instagram. Guest Talk with Homeopathy Heals. I know I was away for like 2 weeks or so. I was so much caught up because we doctors are either busy in our work or family or on ourselves. I hope you all are doing well, keeping good, high spirit, working hard, eating well. So today, as we have came up to 85 episodes, so I have recently posted a video that we are launching Homeopathy Heals as a brand, and I got a lot of DMs that how I did it, what came to my mind. So today's life is all about how to become a brand from a single entity. And today is our guest of honor, the speaker of the week with us. Let me add him. Doctor, even if you are having a small business, how you can grow, how you can use social media platforms for the same. Great. Very good morning.
Good
So
morning,
he
doctor.
is none other than he is the man, he is the face behind brand Homeopathy Heals. He is himself a global operative director, Mr. Anant Mishra. Very warm welcome to you, sir.
Pleasure is all mine.
Okay, so before we start, we have a rivaj of introducing.
Okay.
Not a big introduction was sent to me. I have to do it by myself. So basically, he is, you know, a young 20s entrepreneur or a operative director who himself created a creative agency and has been awarded and re-awarded in many forms by many forums as an insight success as a top emerging startups to watch. And they also have a design studio and they have been incubated under DST India. They have clients from a small retail store to multinational investment bank also. And he is the man who told me that even if you die, Homeopathy Heals should live. And there he bought me a concept of making Homeopathy Heals as a brand. If I start telling about him, it will take another live session. He is very fond of playing badminton. He is fond of cars. And as we said, Khuda husn deta hai, nazakat aayi jati hai. He has earned so much on himself without having, although having a golden spoon, but he himself has, made himself so grounded, so strong that he owns variable luxurious car, which, immense depicts that he really works hard in the same company or the work he's doing. I again welcome you, sir.
Thanks a lot, doctor. I mean, that's that's not a humble introduction, I would say. Thank you so much.
But still, I'll say that's an incomplete introduction. Okay. So, what we will do, my first question will be you introduce yourself and please explain your journey so far. Because many of us are very much clueless why we are here.
Okay. Uh, so to give a brief, I am from Orissa. I am an engineer by heart and by my education. But I moved to Pune, and I moved to Pune as I got placed with Accenture. So that was 8 years ago in 2015. But as a developer, I could never survive because I knew logic, I knew everything, but it was getting too mundane for me. So within Accenture, I was moved to consulting. I was the communications and compliance consultant with Accenture for a couple of diamond clients. So a good team used to report to me. So moving from a non-MBA frat to an MBA team leader, that was a huge shift for me. That's why I understood when I started working with communications, I understood that that's the key. That's the key for every business that's out there. And gradually, after shifting out of Accenture, I started a consulting firm, which now translates into a creative design agency, a studio that that uh, that that's been awarded, as you said. I mean, that's the only design agency in India to be incubated under Department of Science and Technology. So, I mean, that should speak a bit of what we do as in terms of how we have made ourselves. Coming to my personal front, I am a father of two kids, Hobo and Puchku. Both of them rescued from the streets and have turned into beautiful babies now. Well, that's me. And बाकी तो आपने सब बोल ही दिया.
Okay, so my next question to you is, what exactly branding is and how it is different from marketing? Actually, we are doctors. Trust me. हमारे लिए, if I tell you, first of all, no judgments, because you are here in between the doctors, lots of doctors, okay? तो हमारे लिए अगर कोई बोलता है ना कि बिजनेस है, तो हमारे लिए बिजनेस इज लाइक हो. बिजनेस का मतलब हो जाता है क्या? ब्लैक मनी, अनएथिकल, जबरदस्ती इन्वेस्टिगेशन करा के. मतलब आज तक कभी बिजनेस को किसी ने डॉक्टर्स में, मेडिकल फर्टर्निटी में अच्छा किया ही नहीं है. अगर इवन इफ आई कॉल समवंस क्लिनिक और हॉस्पिटल दैट दे आर डूइंग गुड बिजनेस, तो लेमन पीपल और मैंगो पीपल विल थिंक दैट दे आर लूटिंग पीपल. So in medical fraternity, business means looting people. Okay.
Okay.
So that's the mindset. So I would like to know what exactly branding is and how it is different from marketing. हमें जानना है. And please tell us from the basics. We are like primary kids.
So for technical, what is the difference? What I have understood. I mean, I have not learned branding as such, but I've kind of experienced it. So marketing is something that you talk to people, that you tell people this is what it is. Branding is your core. What and why you should tell people what is it that you're about is branding. Very simple example. कुछ साल पहले 2012 में there was this company that had come, Micromax, पता होगा आपको? 2011-12 में एक mobiles, yes. उसका सब सही था. When it came to the technical aspects, उसका RAM अच्छा था, उसका processor अच्छा था. It was kind of told that it's made in India. But उसका core कुछ नहीं था. So all that the company was ever doing was marketing कि we have got the greatest USPs in town. RAM बहुत फाड़ू है. I mean, it's 16 gigs or whatever, 8 gigs, 4 gigs. तब उस time पे processor is good, quad core. I mean, technical stuff. But it could never sustain. उस टाइम पे similarly iPhone 5s launch हुआ था. Apple was coming or emerging as a brand. A lot of people knew it as a luxurious product, but it was setting its core value, its positioning कि मैं luxury हूँ because मेरा phone चलता है. So the entire brand value perception of Apple today is it's expensive, but it's also that it runs for a longer time. आज के टाइम पे a couple of my friends still use an iPhone 5s that was launched in 2012, 2013. That is because it's kept its value there. I am luxurious, but I take care of things. This is what branding is. Find your core, your value. Telling that to the market is marketing. Telling that to your audience is marketing. It's all about finding that core value. That is what branding is all about. Is what I've understood as my experience.
Okay.
So एक hospital का simple example देता. Hospital नहीं. I mean, in your fraternity, if you've seen Munna by MBBS, I mean, it was a great hospital when the dean of the hospital was talking about मेरा हाथ ऐसा रहना चाहिए. They were marketing technical aspects that we are great at what we do as a service. But Munna Bhai still emerged to be a better doctor because he was compassionate. That was his value. That was his branding. This is what branding does. It tells people a story of how empathetic, how compassionate you are to your audience, your value.
Okay.
So that's
same question को ना I'll ask हमारे point of view से. Okay.
Sure.
So what according to a director, why is it important for doctors to have a good brand? I mean, छोटा सा cosmetic ही ले ले, right? Instagram पे, even if I search on Amazon, if I search a lipstick, उसके बाद से Instagram, Facebook, they keep on showing me, you know, lots and lots and lots and lots of ads, advertisements and stories about lipsticks. So why is it important for doctors to have a good brand so that they can avoid feeling fake? सब अच्छा नहीं होता ना. जितना भी हम इंस्टाग्राम पे देखते हैं वो जरूरी नहीं है कि सब अच्छा, और हम रिलाय भी नहीं करते ऐसे ही किसी के ऊपर कि हम 1000 रुपीज या 500 रुपीज पे कर दें एंड विल वेट फॉर आवर कंसल्टेशन और प्रोडक्ट जो भी हम कर रहे हैं. सो हाउ टू गेट दैट जेन्युइनिटी अमंग द कंज्यूमर्स और द क्लाइंट्स और द पेशेंट्स?
Okay. So, Doc, this question you will only answer. You've emerged out of Dr. Anand Zahir and moved into homeopathy heals. You've transitioned to a brand. Now you've got certain values as a brand that you can speak. You've realized the difference.
ऑफ कोर्स, पर हम
So
मेरे बारे में
whenever
बाद में बात करेंगे. पहले पहले आपसे सवाल पूछेंगे, मेरा इंटरव्यू बाद में.
so brand से क्या होता है पता है क्या? There's a line of doctors that come with you in the same fraction and different fractions and different sciences. There's a line of doctors that come with you. Individually आप कितना credible कर सकते हो किसी को? For example, if Anant Mishra would be there, he would have been a freelancer. I would have been caught as a brand practitioner, but he's a freelancer. Now, when I'm carrying an experience of an organization or a brand behind me, that makes a lot of difference. People start trusting a brand way easily than they trust a freelancer or an individual. So, doctors के लिए good branding is mostly on their aspects of credibility. Today, I can openly say that Apollo does a way better job than any other hospital because they've kept their brand positioning that way. I do not know individual doctors there, but Apollo as a brand has emerged and it is picked up and taken it to massiveness. So now, अगर अपोलो कोई tier 3 या tier 4 city में भी खुलता है, I would immediately start trusting कि my brand है. While the doctors are still there, same doctors might be working with Apollo as consultants, but मैं Apollo as a brand को ज़्यादा trust करूँगा. That is why doctors need to have good branding, whether it's personal, it's a group of doctors, it's a hospital, or it's a clinic. You have to leave a legacy behind.
वेरी ट्रू, वेरी ट्रू. मुझे तो आपने ये सवाल पूछा था कि कल डॉक्टर अनम जहीर मर जाए तो कौन याद करेगा, क्या किया तुमने. I remember that day that you shattered me so badly. We'll talk about that later. You owe me that. Coming up to the next question. कुछ सवाल है, हमारे अभी मेडिकल प्रैक्टिस में बहुत ज्यादा एथिकल अनएथिकल होता है ना. हमें हर काम बहुत सोच समझ के करना पड़ता है, ये सही है ये सही नहीं है. बहुत बार प्रैक्टिस में हम लोग भूल भी जाते हैं कि क्या सही है क्या नहीं है. मतलब पैसा चीज ही ऐसी है, आई मस्ट से. एंड आई एम नॉट क्वेश्चनिंग, आई एम नॉट पॉइंटिंग एनीवन, आई एम जस्ट सेइंग कि कोई भी हो सकता है इसमें. सो आई हैव सीन मेडिकल प्रैक्टिशनर्स, दे टेक मनी टू promote the products. Is it ethical or is it unethical? So many doctors, they are endorsing a lot of brands. Even I have a tie-up, और मैंने कभी इस बारे में सोचा ही नहीं. ये सेशन नहीं होता तो मैं कभी ये सोचती भी नहीं कि I am endorsing few brands, or is it ethical or non-ethical, or is there any way to do that? What is your count on this?
Should medical people take money to endorse products? अभी एक बात बताओ, आप कोई हॉस्पिटल जाते हो, I mean, do you search, if you're not well, do you search cheapest medical service near me ever?
बेस्ट सर्च
You do
करते हैं.
the best search करते हैं, correct. फिर आपको आता है couple of hospitals जहाँ पे reviews are 4.8, 4.9, 5 से ज़्यादा कुछ होगा तो वो भी. आज के टाइम पे these reviews are being bought. प्रॉब्लम क्या होता है पता है क्या डॉक्टर? You do not know what to trust. बहुत सारे हॉस्पिटल्स है, मेरे को ही आया था लास्ट वीक एक हॉस्पिटल, नॉट नेम देम. They said that we want reviews. Can you give us 500 reviews and what would be your charges? We as a core principle do not believe in this and we will never do it. But there are medical marketing agencies that do this. More, इसका inference यही है that you are playing with health, which is very bad, which I would never recommend. I've always advised my clients that you get into a barter system with this brand. use it, see if it's doing good for you, then promote it. Brands endorsing, paying you XYZ amount of money, पैसा पैसा है, कल आ जाएगा. But the minute someone falls ill and they just pass away because of something that you have endorsed, how will you live with yourself? That's it. मेरे लिए बिल्कुल ना है ये. You can't do this.
Okay. Okay. I would request all the viewers, if you want to ask anything question, you all keep on asking me na, patients nahi aa rahe, footfall बढ़ाना है, anything you can please drop in the comment section. We'll ask Mr. Mishra. Okay. So ये एक ही question ले लेते हैं. This question I've been asked multiple times. My DM is full कि मैम क्लिनिक शुरू किए हुए 1 साल हो गया, 2 साल हो गया, 3 साल हो गया, मैम पेशेंट नहीं आ रहे हैं. Before I ask question, I would tell you कि मुझे जो पेशेंट की क्लिनिक की एबीसी है, अपीयरेंस, बिहेवियर, कम्युनिकेशन है, वो मुझे मिस्टर मिश्रा ने ही समझाई है. So it was his concept, it was not my concept, which I have multiple times spoken about on social media. So I've got a lot of DMs के मैम क्लिनिक खोल लिया है, पेशेंट नहीं आ रहे हैं, और पेशेंट का फुटफॉल कैसे बढ़ाएं, या मेरे आसपास बहुत सारे डॉक्टर्स ऑलरेडी प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं, 20-20 साल से प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं, मैंने अभी BHMS पूरा किया, या मैंने अभी MD पूरा किया, या मैंने अभी MBBS पूरा किया. So how to make myself stand out of the crowd? I am not able to differentiate myself from other doctors. है ना? Basically, how to craft a niche.
Okay. Very, very tricky as a question. यहाँ पे there's a lot of blends that will come in, but the base fundamental remains the same. What is your value that you're speaking to the audience? आपका कौन सा USPs मैं नहीं बोलता कभी भी. I mean, for me, USPs do not exist. Better healthcare systems, better doctors, great doctors, the best doctors, I mean, the best facilities. Yeah, I think hospital या clinic के ना mandates होने चाहिए. These are certain things that have to exist parallelly everywhere. You can't compromise on this. Where you can see yourself different is the kind of values and your level of empathy and compassion that you show towards your patient. I think, doctor, we were doing this. आप जन सेवा join किए, if I'm not wrong. You
Yes.
did that, right?
You want me to appear publicly more, to get out of my clinic and do something which is good. It was you who told me to join clubs and these institutions.
So what happened in your mindset is you kind of built a level of empathy within you, built a sense of compassion towards your patients. I think you see patients at what, 20 rupees.
Yeah, initially.
That's commendable. Not talking about what I have done, but you as a doctor, as a brand has come up way above than anyone ever could. And the only reason is you imbibed a sense of empathy and compassion within you. This is where the entire difference of any clinic, any hospital, any healthcare system, any doctor would lie. Success stories are one part of it. But if you're not connecting with your patient, next time aayega hi nahi.
True.
Now this is when you have a line of patients who are coming to you. To build a system where patients will keep coming is an entire different marketing game. मेरा belief ये है, once you have a core developed, उसके बाद उसको elevate करके marketing करो. Marketing is very essential. That मेरा first question was branding versus marketing. Marketing is telling people what you do. Branding is why you do it. Figure out the what, why, how, everything is different.
True.
So, okay, customers, sorry, I'm using this because I mean, healthcare is not something that I've touched. But your patients, आने के लिए, आपके door तक जाने के लिए, they need to know what you are or who you are. Promote yourself as a brand, not your USPs. The best extensive care, I don't care. What is it that homeopathy heals or any XYZ brand is doing that makes the difference?
So, why do you think by just showing compassion or doing? क्योंकि मुझे लगता है most of the doctors, I'm talking about homeopaths,
Mm-hmm.
they are very much compassionate about their work and they are very ethical also. But
Mm-hmm.
still, they find it hard to get patients. I have seen few homeopaths even difficult to get even a basic bread and butter. What is your count on that? So if I come to you and I say, okay, Mr. Anant Mishra, I am having hard time getting patients और मेरे पास दिन के 4-5 ही पेशेंट आते हैं और पिछले 1-1.5 साल से ऐसा ही है, ये काउंट बढ़ नहीं रहा है. What advice you will give to me?
Market yourself. There's certain things you cannot do because the government doesn't allow as white collar professionals. But you can any day market a brand. That the government doesn't stop. You as a white collar, as a doctor, you can't market. But you can market your company. You will have to get digital. You'll have to get traditional. You'll have to have a blend. मेरा मानना क्या है पता है कि a lead will come from anywhere or a patient in your industry will come from anywhere. Are you existing everywhere? That's the question that you need to ask. लोग क्या बोलते हैं that yeah, marketing is an expense, branding is an expense. I completely disagree there. I would call it an investment because that is something that we're doing for your growth. So when people say or when doctors say that patients nahi hai, they've never gone out in the market and said that I exist, bhai, please come to me. If they don't do that, nahi hoga.
That's very true. तो अपीयरेंस, बिहेवियर, कम्युनिकेशन कर लिया, पेशेंट से कनेक्ट कर लिया, अपने काम के प्रति कंपैशनेट हो गए, सच्चाई कर ली. अब क्या? How can I get myself started as a brand, or how can I get start my branding? Basic कहाँ से शुरू करें? Being a doctor, we are still clueless, no? हमने कभी नहीं किया ये. हमें मेडिकल साइंस से फुर्सत हो तो कुछ हो. यू वोंट बिलीव, बहुत सारे डॉक्टर्स अपना इनकम टैक्स भी फाइल नहीं कर पाते. फ्लॉ है ये, मुझे लगता है. हमें हमें फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट नहीं आता, हमें इनकम टैक्स फाइल करना नहीं आता, हमें स्टॉक्स नहीं आते, हमें हमें कुछ भी नहीं आता. हमें पेशेंट ट्रीट करना आता है, अच्छे से ट्रीट करना आता है, इसके अलावा और कुछ नहीं आता. So मैं अपनी बात बता रही हूँ. I will like question someone else. I'm so poor at everything. I need people for every little damn petty thing. कि मेरा ये होना है, मेरा ये होना है, मेरा ये होना है. So when it comes to branding, कोई भी डॉक्टर, how can they start?
अभी basics बताता हूँ. Branding is not a tool. Branding is something that will have to come from your core. As a practioner, medical practioner in the fraternity, do you know why? Do you know the what? What is your positioning that you would want to place yourself as in the market? वो पता होना बहुत जरूरी है. How is easy? Bringing your brand colors, making everything, implementing everything is very easy. The distinct difference lies if you do not or you do know your why and what. The minute you figure out your what, or the minute you figure out your why would you want to become a brand? What are the odds that you would like to address as a brand? If you figure out these basic questions, you are already an established presence in your mindset. If you do not begin with this as a core, jitna aap kar lo, it will not change. It's where it is. It's just a placebo effect. It begins with a mindset. Everything else will follow.
There is a question from one viewer. Dr. Hiral is asking, when we do camp or we do offers in treatment, then also they value us very low and patient don't come to us. What is your take on this as a director?
When you do camps,
Free health checkup
right?
camps we do, no?
Where are you doing it? Have you
We
reached
usually do
them
it.
before, और जाके खाली कैंप सेटअप करते हैं? How's it?
We take permissions schools में या societies में. That's how we do it. या किसी
So
institution में.
two things, ma'am. Whenever the word free comes, free health checkups, free camps, or anything that's free, it's not valued ever. मेरा अगर मैं free medical checkup कर रहा हूँ, free eye test हो रहा है, I will take it for granted. That's what we've been brought up with. That plays with your mindset. हाँ ये free है, वो free है. That's it. It's treated as a commodity then. You can't treat a camp as commodity. आप कैंप कर रहे हो, what is the value that you're bringing out of the outside once you do that camp, once you're getting inside the process of getting into a camp? Why are you doing it? Are you doing it just so that people know you better, or what is the process, or what is the mindset of bringing a camp? It is a great marketing tool. It reaches every door, every nook, but expecting that people will value a free substance is wrong. Don't do it for free. As you've been doing Jan Seva, there is a minimum capacity. There's a minimum charge that you have. People value that.
True. So according to you, there should be no concept of free health checkup camp?
There has to be, but again, if it's only for outreach, do not expect anything out of it. हम लोग काफी NGOs के साथ काम करते हैं where they do this because they want to get their name popular. It's a marketing tool. It's not a branding objective.
Okay. There's another question by Dr. Ajay Mehra. He's asking what should be the minimum expense you invest in branding?
That is a question we'll have to take it offline. So expense is again is a commodity. I mean, it ranges from whatever you can spend to whatever you can afford. There is no range. But मेरा फिर से first question वही रहेगा doctors लोग के लिए or anyone who is wanting to get into branding. What is it that you need from branding? Why do you want to become a brand? Expenses, everything. These are just tools. These are just a mindset shift. We don't have a fixed expense to this, but it's not called an expense in our industry. It's always an investment.
Investment. That's very true. Yeah. What else comes under branding? When you build a brand, let's talk about what you have done in medical field only. Let's talk about if you have built a hospital. I know you have built Ahmednagar hospital. We want to know that incident, please. How you got that hospital and what you made it.
So these are very confidential outlays that we have. We get it through people. We get it through references. So I will not speak of the hospitals that we have built. But in
No
general,
need of disclosing the name. Even we doctors, we don't disclose the name. You just tell as a story, part of your work
okay.
that you have done it.
So I get my work through a couple of agencies, through a couple of lawyers who their first come is going and talking to the brand, going and talking to the directors who want to open a hospital and say, what is it that you're building? So उनका first होता है, this is our vision. They know it very clearly कि मुझे यही चाहिए. Now once you have a certain outline of certain questions outlined and they have already answered it, we bring it to the board. We understand what goes in their function. First instance, whenever I walk into a hospital, is the outside, the architecture, the entire building. How is it looking? सबसे पहला वो होता है. Second, once you walk inside a hospital, उसका internal lobby, so उसमें color palettes आते हैं. What is that the hospital is colored with? I mean, उसके walls के color क्या हैं? उसका logo क्या है? Very important. What is the color of that logo? What are the features of that logo? What is that story that comes out of building that logo? These are certain things that the minute you walk into a hospital, these are visible. Once you start walking through the corridors, you have five senses: your touch, you've got eyes, ear to see, you've got ears to hear. आप ऐसे घुसते हो हॉस्पिटल पे तो ऐसे कांस्टेंट बीप आते रहेगा, तो that gives you a sense of restlessness. आईसीयू में जैसे घुसते ही होता है. So what they do is they keep it out little outside the normal reach. OPDs and ICUs are never put together. Where should they be placed? Acoustic proof होना चाहिए कि नहीं? This is something that we do. Where should this be placed? We work with vastu consultants as well. बहुत सारे बोलते हैं ये कलर होना चाहिए, ये कलर नहीं होना चाहिए. We work with them. But there is a certain restriction that we have. We can't go beyond that. So हम लोग को structure मिल जाता है. This is where you have to play and show your creative outputs. We work there. So if you ask me what a brand is, it begins, or what branding encompasses, it begins with your logo. It moves to every collateral that a brand would wear. Aprons हो गए, उनके ID cards हो गए. Stethos में होता है branding. Then you have envelopes that you give your medicines at. उस पे कहाँ डाला है? It's all about the experience that you have, that you give.
I remember once you only changed my logo. You told me that my logo looked little horror, or doctor ka logo should be very soothing and calming. So I would love to tell everyone that he was the one who changed my logo. The serrated edges become smooth, the logo become calm, the color become from blue to slight turquoise. So very good morning. We have Dr. Ajay Mehra with us. He's
Good
been
morning,
with us
doctor.
with our lives, and one of the very eminent team member among homeopathy fields. And you would like to ask some question, I guess, from director,
Good
guest
morning,
of the
sir.
week. Please ask.
So,
All good,
sir,
sir.
I want to ask, like, जैसे मैंने comment section में क्वेश्चन किया था आपसे कि what is the minimum cost of if we are building a brand? The first thing. Second is if we want to manufacture like our brand medicines or patents. So what is the process for that? ये दो main questions हैं जिसके लिए मैं जानना चाहूँगा.
So expense, I was saying, it is a very variable range. Like branding starts at what, 30,000, and it ranges to 3 lakhs, 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs. अभी Air India का आपने देखा होगा, the entire branding shifted.
Yeah.
The amount is not disclosed, but it's in the range of multiple lakhs.
Okay.
So बहुत versatile और बहुत variable होता है ये range. I mean, it can start very low to extremely high.
लाइक यू सेड कि एनवलप्स वगैरह है, उस पे लोगो है, ये चीजें तो बेसिकली आज के टाइम में आई थिंक 70 to 80% लोग कर लेते हैं ये चीजें, लेकिन उसको फिर एक बिग स्केल पे कैसे किया. जैसे फुटफॉल की बात हो रही है, पेशेंट फुटफॉल की, या जो आपकी ब्रांडिंग आप एनवलप पे कर रहे हो, या जैसे कैंप्स की बात होगी है, क्योंकि कैंप्स पे पेशेंट कभी मुश्किल से 0.1% रिटर्न होते हैं, ये तो पक्की कंफर्म बात है. कैंप वाले पेशेंट आपके पास कभी नहीं आते. और सेकंड थिंग, जब आपको ब्रांड बिल्ड कर रहे हैं तो आपके एक्सपेंसेस जितने बढ़ेंगे आपके चार्जेस उतने बढ़ जाते हैं, है ना?
करेक्ट.
तो फिर उस पेशेंट को रिटेन रखना, दिस इज द फर्स्ट थिंग. लाइक आई एम प्रैक्टिसिंग इन टायर 3 सिटी. ओके, सो टायर 1 सिटी में और टायर 2 सिटी में और टायर 3 सिटी में आई थिंक बहुत सारे मेजर चेंजेस आए थे ऑब्स्टेकल्स से, तो उनको कैसे टैकल किया जाए?
टायर 3 सिटी का अप्रोच बहुत अलग होता है. टायर 3 सिटी में
वन मिनट मनोज, क्वेश्चन होल्ड कर देना 10 मिनट के लिए. कंटिन्यू.
सो टायर 3 का अप्रोच, टायर 3 और टायर 4 का अप्रोच बहुत अलग होता है. वहां पे यू कैन नॉट रीच पेशेंट्स डिजिटली. इट्स अ लिटिल डिफिकल्ट. जैसे मैं अहमदनगर अगर मैं बात कर रहा हूँ, once we started working with a couple of hospitals, we understood that इनका outreach is only through traditional. वहाँ पे लोगों का बेसिक टाइम पास होता है, और टाइम पास मतलब they meet their fellow members at in the evening. 5 से 6 बजे उनका गप्पे का टाइम है. So the approach of reaching out to people there is word of mouth. वहाँ पे आप पेशेंट, सबसे पहला इम्पोर्टेंस है आप पेशेंट के साथ कनेक्ट करो, और वर्ड ऑफ माउथ से ही दूसरा पेशेंट आएगा. आप जितना मार्केटिंग कर लो, इट विल नॉट हेल्प. आई मीन इट विल give you an outcome, but on a very long run. So tier 3, tier 4 cities, when it comes to strategy, the entire points are different. Tier 1, 2 में people don't have time. उनको कहीं दिख गया, they will search, they will validate and they'll come. Tier 3, tier 4, they will validate through other people. अच्छा तू उधर गया था XYZ हॉस्पिटल पे, कैसा रहा तेरा, कोई दिक्कत तो नहीं है. So वहाँ पे validation करना is all about. हाँ जी.
And what about like if we want to just do it consultation things online, if कि हमको पेशेंट के इनके विजिट नहीं करवा के हमको सिर्फ ऑनलाइन ही अगर अपनी अप्रोच बढ़ानी है, तो वी कैन डू इट फ्रॉम एनी टायर ऑफ सिटी. लाइक आप टायर 1 से भी कर सकते हैं या टायर 4 से भी कर सकते हैं. उसके लिए क्या प्रोसेस रहेगा
इसका? आई मीन पीपल कमिंग टू यू इज ऑल अबाउट आपके कितना ट्रस्ट करते हैं लोग, एंड ट्रस्ट फैक्टर आप कितना आउटरीच दे रहे हो लोगों को. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अभी आप नए हो, नो वन नोज यू, आपके पास पेशेंट काउंट 0 रहेगा. टिल यू डू नॉट रीच अदर पीपल, आपका पेशेंट काउंट 0, मैक्सिमम 5-6 अ डे रहेगा. एक बेसिक स्ट्रेटेजी हमने अप्लाई किया था फॉर अ कपल ऑफ डॉक्टर्स. आप ऑनलाइन जाओ, like what Dr. Anam does is she goes online, she talks to people, she gives them advice, and उसका वो चार्ज नहीं करती. So her patients start noticing her online. They start building that trust online. Then they come to her. It's all about वो कितना value आगे दे रही हैं for people to start trusting her. And once people start trusting her, वो patients पे, I mean, that converts. It's all about creating an outreach that will reach maximum mass, but at the end, you give some value. फिर आप ऑनलाइन कंसल्ट कर सकते हो, ऑफलाइन कंसल्ट कर सकते हो, बट आप मासेस तक रीच करके वैल्यू क्या दे रहे हो? That is what is important.
And what about the second my second question, if we want to like manufacture our patents, और उसके लिए प्रोसेस क्या रहेगा?
सर ये एक मेडिकल कंसल्टेंट ही बताता है. ये आई एम नॉट टच दिस फील्ड, बट आई कैन गेट यू टू सम कंसल्टेंट्स हु कैन गिव एन आइडिया अबाउट दिस.
No, you can tell. Even you were pitching me an idea of making my own stuff. You can tell, definitely. You can help my people. Please.
So I can tell you that you have to come up with your own products. वो लाइन आपको बनाना ही है, because it's all about trials. It's all about what's working. आजकल क्या होगा, medicines have become very commoditized. They put ingredients to make it cost effective. Generic medicines होते हैं. अभी मेरा खुद का देख लो, I was having severe acidity. So I reached out to some doctors who have helped me out. उनके खुद के products हैं. So you can create your own line of products that will help. और उसको functional और manufacture कैसे करना, that I might not have a great say on. But I can get you in touch with someone.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like to ask a question. हमारे ना fraternity में बहुत सारे लोग they are selling hair sprays, hair growth serum, है ना, डॉक्टर मेहरा? So many of them there. तो इसके लिए कोई specific protocol लगता है, या मैं ऐसे ही suddenly उठ जाऊँ, एक दिन सो के उठूँ और मैं बोलूँ कि मैं एक hair serum या मैं shampoo bar launch करूंगी और homeopathic? तो is that easy या इसके लिए भी कुछ protocols हैं या there are some legal guidelines मतलब I must say.
See, anything that you manufacture that is related to health has to undergo a certain protocol set, as you were saying, and that is very very essential because अगर आप try नहीं करोगे, if your product is not clinically proven, it's very difficult to sell it. So for that, there are manufacturers who are already certified. They take your composition. They understand the entire manufacturing of it. They create it. They test it. They give you the results, and then you go to mass manufacturing. A friend, doctor of mine, she manufactures her own medicines. The she has gotten with something that's sugar free. उनका एक आता है syrup. She has gone through rigorous testing. उसके बाद उन्होंने लेके आया. She does protein atta, which is very different from protein powders. But rigorous research करने के बाद उन्होंने वो लेके आया. And that has worked. Till you do not have results to show, why would anyone trust this? Clinically proven with certain compliances in place, then go into the market, then go into the public.
That's true. I hope your questions are solved, Dr. Mehra.
मैंने मैसेज किया था सर को, उनका रिप्लाई थोड़ा लेट आया. मैं आज उनको शाम को जाके मैं करता हूँ. आई हैव टू सी पेशेंट्स आर इन लाइन, सो आई विल गेट इन टच विद यू सर. ओके,
That's it.
I will leave live के बाद story में I leave their email ID. आप लोग के और भी कुछ questions हैं, you can ask them on IGTV video के comments में, or you can mail them if it is personal. You can DM him also, and he's always ready to help. Thank you so much, Dr. Mehra, for being with us.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, doc. Take care.
Okay, so we've been talking about evidence and evidence and evidence. Can you? I haven't, publicly open up about it. So, anything you have done for homeopaths? Anything new project you have done for homeopaths? We would like to know.
Sure. Why don't you give us an insight about homeopathy heals? From Dr. Anant Zahir, I mean, you have transitioned, right? You've come a long way, as we were talking and as we were discussing. You've left a lot of mindset thoughts, a lot of thoughts. Your mindset has changed. It has had an entire shift. You've become a brand now. All we did was elevate it. हमने और कुछ नहीं किया. You are already an existing and established brand. हमने सिर्फ elevate किया उसको. I would really like to know your experience.
Okay, so yeah, this is something we haven't talked about yet on social media. So I remember we just met, we were just having a conversation, and that too on a badminton court. We used to play badminton, and I had no clue what he does, and he had no clue what I do. So I was just saying कि एक normal होता है ना कि patience नहीं है, slack है, and we are having such a noble profession. We cannot pray to God that please God give us patience, because we don't want people to fall sick eventually, just for the sake of our bread and butter. So Mr. Mishra, he asked me on the badminton court that how much you appear in public, how much you show up. So I was like, what do you mean? I go to clinic, I have few of my friends. He was like, no, you tell me how much you show up. Then he told me the importance of appearance in social gathering and public appearance. He asked me to join various clubs, be it that कौन सा वो poetry वाला Toastmaster club, क्या था वो?
Toastmasters.
Yeah.
Toastmasters.
Yeah. So he asked me to show up into the people, how people will know you. So I was like, ठीक है. For a couple of weeks I started, और उसके बाद I started last year September में जनसेवा I joined. जनसेवा join इसलिए करना था, I'll tell you. वो जनसेवा का ये being a homeopathic dermatologist so called का कहाँ से concept आया. So there was a time when people on a same position, they used to compete. It was the director Sahab who told me that there is no time for competition. It is a time for collaboration. You have to make your place anyhow. You cannot leave it just because there are a lot of doctors all around. So it was coming to my ears that, although see, everyone knows that homeopathy has a good result in skin complaints, not just skin complaints, all the medical complaints. But he said that if people are believing that you are good at treating skin diseases, go for it. Take it as a gift from them and start believing it yourself too, that you are a homeopathic dermatologist. So just because the other practitioners I must say they might be insecure that but once I started practicing, because homeopaths, we can treat acidity, piles, fissures, hormonal problem, PCODs, headaches, even the kids, the pregnant ladies, everything. So you can he told me to use the insecurity of other practitioners as your strength. And therefore, I joined Jan Seva with the thought that, okay, let's focus on a little bit of homeopathic dermatology. When I went there after week, I saw people, they were so much poor, the vegetable vendors, the rickshawalas, they've been drugged and over-drugged with the creams and steroids. And, they don't have chapati to eat. And they told me that this cream, it was costing 700 rupees. So if they buy 700 rupees cream, what will they will give to their kids? Their kids want to go school. And the conditions were terrible. Living in Pune, I was not at all aware of it. Unless he pushed me to other strata of society. Then I realized, okay, what I am doing. I mean, people need, everyone has a right of good medical health. So my entry in Jan Seva was for my appearance. But with couple of weeks, it got changed. And now this has become passion. And I would really like to thank or pay my gratitude to one of my fellow doctor, Dr. Ocean, because even if when I am not able to, because even if I'm sick or I'm out of time, I am not able to show up in Jan Seva, she is the one, she never miss it. Because she knows it very well that people need a homeopath there as well. And there, even if we have been known as, homeopathic dermatologists, but even if a patient of a UTI, fever or hormonal problem come, we wholeheartedly treat them. Without saying that this is not our expertise, because we are homeopaths, we treat everything. So that's how it started, and my mindset completely changed. After 2 months of meeting, Mr. Mishra asked me, can you fall sick for 15 days? Okay, and I was in very terrible situation last year. This time I was in very terrible situation. I was not able to manage all the clinics, lot of work, and as we all know, I write articles also and so many other stuff to do. So he was saying that, where were you going on road trip? You were going somewhere, no? Bhutan?
Somewhere. I mean, I keep
Yeah.
traveling.
So he was like, I am going, leaving my everything behind for 15 days. Can you accompany? Can you, or you can fall sick for 15 days. I was numb. 15 days, because for 15 days for a doctor not going to clinic means, practice ki tabahi. Patient will not come back to you. Then he told me, forget falling sick. Even if you die today, make something that will live. For you, for the betterment of people. For a legacy. That if we are getting treated under this brand, definitely we'll get the best healthcare. And from then, a Google name of Homeopathy Heals, it conceived in our mind that will make Homeopathy Heals as a brand. And slowly, even he asked me, why you want to build a brand? There are other ways of, getting into business. There are other ways also. Even I was not clear about it, that why I want to make Homeopathy Heals. So it starts from you. You need to ask yourself. These questions I've been asked, not just these questions, so many questions I've been asked. Okay, why I want to build this brand? What is the credibility of this brand? Why will I trust you? What you offer which other doctors don't offer? What made you exclusive? Are you available for all the strata of society? And if you are sick, then what? If you're not available, then what? I'm in different city, then what? So from the scratch, he changed the logo. He told me, being a doctor, you need to be calm, compose. So he changed the entire logo of Homeopathy Heals, made it more serene. He told me my earlier logo used to look like some horror movie ka, picture jaisa. So he cleaned the edges, which my psychiatry teacher also noticed, and she has written in the comment also that the change is good. Okay, he redesigned my logo again. He did all the stationery. Now I have envelopes. Now the medical certificate I issue, they are commendable. I mean, now I can change the shifts of the employees of MNCs by just saying my patient is not doing well, having acidity. No night shifts for him. I just stamp it. Trust me, for you it might be something very little, but for us, being a homeopath, we've been fighting for this. We've been fighting for our rights. Being called as so-called doctor, not just meaty goli wale doctor. You don't know, Mr. Mishra, how hard it is for us, not just for me, for the whole fraternity, to have our existence. And how this branding, what change you have bought, has given to me, has served Homeopathy Heals or the homeopathy. By that just beautiful medical letter, or my this letterhead, or the medical certificate, I just sign it and stamp it and give it, and things are done. I have changed the shifts. I have, let my patient get work from home when I know that they are not supposed to travel in third or fourth month of pregnancy. I mean, I can't thank you enough. You have done incredible job. You have made my existence worth, not just my Homeopathy Heals. And I'm sure in forthcoming time, people will get more inspired. At least homeopaths will come forward that they can make a little change also. Uske baad, then you told me, tell me about you. Okay. Although I have done little, but there was nothing aggregated what I have done. So it was all you. And I am so proudly announcing here, and it is my pleasure that I'm announcing here with you that Homeopathy Heals website is live now. And if you want to see our director's work, his compassion, his dedication for his work, you can check our website www.homeopathyheals homeopathyheals.in. I would definitely be sharing link in the story. You go, you check the website, and if you like it, do not forget to DM Mr. Mishra or me that if you like it. It is just a small step. I won't say I have conquered the world or something. I know so many doctors already have website. I know that's not a big thing, but what I believe is every baby step matters. I even appreciate any of my depression patient, they get up and get the bath early in the morning and they take a good walk of 10 minutes. I even appreciate that. I know this must not be a big thing for any person who is working out already at 6 in the morning without any hesitation, but we need to cherish and celebrate small wins, small victories, and small joys. So this was all about from Dr. Anam Zahid to Homeopathy Heals. We have a panel of doctors now. We have Dr. Sonal Bhutiani on board with us. For she take care of diet, nutrition, face yoga, and cosmetology. So my work is half. I have two very young and very dynamic Dr. Mayuri Pawar and Dr. Ocean Ranideve with us for taking care of online consultation and my other branches of Homeopathy Heals. So, and it is growing now. And yes, I can say this to you, Mr. Mishra, I can fall sick for 15 days now. I can die today also. And Homeopathy Heals can go. There are doctors who can take care of it. And we can plan our Bhutan trip also for next 15 days. So I really owe this to you. And thank you so much, whatever you have done. And the main reason for this live is to educate my fellow doctors that they can do wonders. If I can do it, they can do it. I am the dumbest person when it comes to this field. Okay, I can be a good or a moderate practitioner, but I'm very much dumb when it comes to tech issues. So if I can do it, definitely anyone can do it. Anyone can emerge as a brand from just a consultant or a practitioner. I hope मैं ज़्यादा नहीं बोल रही हूँ. I'm such a talkative personality.
That's I'm out of words now.
No, you have did it. Actually, you and your team, and I would, love to introduce your whole team someday, lies in a team. Those who have worked very hard for homeopathy heals selflessly, compassionately, and delivered it on time, everything. Because बहुत आसान है वेबसाइट बनाना, ये दे दो, वो भेज दो, वे भेज दो. जिस डॉक्टर को कुछ पता ही नहीं है क्या भेज दो, मुझे बिल्कुल शर्म नहीं है ये कहने में कि मुझे गूगल ड्राइव से सामान उठाना भी नहीं आता है. गूगल ड्राइव में डाल दिया, मैं ढूंढ रही हूँ कौन सी ड्राइव में डाल दिया, कहाँ डाल दिया, वहां से कैसे लेना है, प्रिंट को देना है. सो वी आर वेरी डम बीइंग डॉक्टर्स. हमें सिखाते ही नहीं है कि ये सब भी बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है. और ऐसा भी नहीं मुझे सब आ गया, बट आई एम स्टिल लर्निंग. मतलब and all thanks to you, you have introduced me to another world. And by God's grace, my patient footfall has increased. All thanks to you. In last 3 to 4 months. Yesterday
Cool.
also I had my lunch at 5 from my morning
It's
clinic.
not a good thing to have, but
Just a Saturday thing, and I couldn't make to Jan Seva because at 5 only I was having my lunch. So that's why I'm paying my gratitude to Dr. Ocean. She's always there. Untiringly. She's always there. And she
awesome.
joined me at Vista Clinic at 8:30 and 9, and we worked till 11 there. We were having patients.
Good thing to have.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
Thank you so much. Okay, so I would insist every one of you just go and check website and do let us know. Do not forget to drop your feedbacks on the story which I post next. It was indeed an amazing, a different session. We haven't done among 84 episodes. We haven't done session like this. We have once bought a lawyer also on homeopathy. Yeah, the rights of doctors. कितने doctors मार खाते हैं बेचारे. So we should know our rights also. So thank you so much. I pay my tribute or my heartfelt gratitude to you, Mr. Anant Mishra, what you have done. You have not just changed my life. You have not just made a brand, but you have inspired many, 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 many doctors like me to become better, to have a better practice, more patient footfall, and practice ethically. जो गलत है वो गलत है. What you said is absolutely right. खुद को जवाब देना शायद difficult है. If patient is, falls sick or died with any brand, even a brand endorsement, forget the medicine. So that was
Very true.
actually a valuable session. It added value to not our just practice, but to our lives also.
Okay. I'm honored. Again, I'm out of words.
But you have to say something. You have to say a closing statement.
Closing statement. See, I'm again out of words here. Seriously, very amazing session. It was necessary for me as well. I mean, to learn that this is something that doctors go through. When we met at the court, as you said, it was I understood what you did, but then when I searched that what difference can this make to others, that was where I also understood you have to shift. We can't be just one doctor doing everything in house. You have to elevate. A brand is not about creating a company. Company तो कोई भी बनाता है. A brand is about taking your vision, elevating it, and giving it shape. I think everyone needs to understand the difference between this. Creating a company is different. Creating an enterprise is different. Versus creating a brand is different. Very similar story. जो Micromax का था, doing fantastic, but 3 years, push. You have to pivot. जैसे BlackBerry के साथ हुआ, it was a brand, amazing brand, used to work wonders. When it shifted, the entire shift happened with iPhone in 2008 or 7. People could not adapt. But that is also something as a brand you have to understand that you have to pivot when the time is. So constant research will give you the right output. And I welcome any questions. If there are, I would be happy to answer them. If I can, of course, in my jurisdiction of whatever I can do.
Everyone is thanking you this moment. Even they are very speechless. You are having a lot of thank yous and a lot of blessings.
An honor to be in this platform, ma'am, and thank you for having me as a speaker. It's my first time that I'm doing this, so I'm fumbling a lot.
I mean, a person who is making brands, is being camera conscious on social media.
Yeah, that's one thing I have to pivot within me.
It was lovely having you. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Okay.
Take care.
Okay.
I'll see you soon. Bye.
So I hope you have liked the session. Please drop your feedbacks or your learnings if you have liked this. I'll be sharing. Definitely, you can get any kind of help or support from him if you want. No problem at all. And do not forget to visit our website, which we have launched. I'll be dropping the link, or the link is there in bio already. And thank you so much for being patient and wonderful listener. And stay tuned for the next episode. It's going to be very, 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 very fascinating. And till then, stay fit, stay healthy, homeopathy friends.